Hello, and welcome to the Reclaiming My Life podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Tiffany Tyson. Today, I want to talk about let's get down to business. Uh-uh, not that kind of business. August is National Black Business Month. Historically, Black businesses have had some struggles. And throughout the history, also during COVID 19. However, during the Black Lives Matter movement, Black businesses began to receive some success because people became intentional about spending their money on Black owned business products. Now, in 2019, this group had the highest rate of growth in their business. I'm talking about the Black female business owner. Yes, honey, sisters are doing it for themselves. Also, some of the major corporations, about 25 of them, began to participate in something called the 15% Pledge. And they allowed Black business owners to stock their shelves with an increase of Black business owned products. But not only did they do that, they also provided mentorship for many Black business owners to not only help grow their business, but to be successful in how to market their business and how to still sustain their business throughout challenges. So, on today, all three of us here on the podcast are sisters doing it for ourselves. We are all Black female business owners. So, we're going to get into that in just a little bit and share some of our only happiest moments, challenges, and also a little bit about our business. Now, my company is Tyson Multimedia. We utilize science, technology, engineer, art, and math to empower, enrich, and entertain the youth. And not only do we do that, we also increase social emotional skills. One of my happiest moments is seeing a student have fun, but not realizing they're utilizing math or learning a new science concept when they're participating in an art project. So I just love to see their little faces light up. But I'm going to bring on my sister, Coach Claudia Massey. Come on in, sis. Tell us about your business, my dear, and tell us about one of your happiest moments as being a Black female business owner.
Wow. First and foremost, glory to God.
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
you know, just to hear you say Black female owned business. Come on now.
Yes,
What you
yes.
say? You know, my business is Patients for Patients Home Care here in Richmond, Virginia. We cater to the geriatric population. You know, my happiest moment, as I was listening to you, I was like, what would be my happiest moment? You know, I have so many, but I would say my happiest is when I see my clients are happy, you know, because it's a huge transition for them to allow a caregiver in their home. You know, you want to make sure they're comfortable. You know, a lot of them are angry with their situations, whether, you know, they can no longer do for themselves or they're now bedbound, you know, and they lash out, you know.
Yes.
So when I see my clients happy and enjoying the caregiver and, you know, whether it's companion care and they're going out to the store because they're lonely and they need someone, you know, even down to if they're bedbound, you know, if you have a good caregiver, you know, that really takes care of you, love you, nurture you, show compassion, is patient with you. And that client's, I love her. I love her. Don't send anyone else. That makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Yes, ma'am. Put a smile on their face and your face. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's our goal. That's our
Yeah.
goal.
So come on in here, Minister Cooper. Tell us about your business and one of the happiest moments that you've had as being a Black female entrepreneur.
Well, I will say my Faith Family and Fabulous Hair t-shirt line. The happiest moment was when I first got the first t-shirt that I designed, and I had it in my hand and I was like, ah, I did it! That was like a whoa moment for me, having this design, wanting to do it for years and didn't know how to execute it. But whenever I did, it felt like a weight off my shoulders. It's like, wow, I finally did this. And at the time, I was doing hair. So it meant a lot to be able to sell my t-shirts saying Faith, Family, and Fabulous Hair. So who doesn't want fabulous hair?
Oh, honey, who does not?
So yeah, I mean, it was hard, executing it. It took a lot of time, especially to get the design. But I love the fact that I was able to do it and promote it, in my business doing hair.
Now, one of my challenges, I think, starting the business was making sure I didn't do too much too soon and kind of overcomplicate things. What was one of your challenges when starting your business?
To be honest, my challenges was the money. Um, it was hard, being a stylist, competitive stylist. Just basically getting the money to get the LLC, and making sure that I was doing everything right. I got scammed a couple of times, so it kind of made me feel some type of way. And I'm like, well, am I even supposed to be doing this? Because I've got people taking my money. Lord, what is it? So yeah, that was my main challenge. The main thing was money wise, and getting it all together as far as being able to get it right and get the right things going as far as being able to sell the shirts.
All right, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Claudia Massey, let's bring you back in and let's talk about one of your challenges that you had when first starting up.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, it's always a challenge to make sure that you yourself is financially stable to start a business. And I didn't get along when you think about, starting a home care agency, that's a pretty big startup, because
Yeah.
you have to have employees and you have to pay employees before you ever get paid. You have to have insurance. It's just so many different things that you have to have. So of
Mm-hmm.
course I had money, and my business partner, co-founder, my daughter Whitney. The challenge with her as well, because I think she was 23 years old when we started the business. So with her being young and saying, okay, when the money gonna come? When the money gonna
Right,
come?
right.
With me myself being financially stable, and trying to pay her something. Of course it wasn't enough, but making sure that I can pay employees, pay her, so a challenge was making sure that she was keeping the faith. Don't quit, don't give up. It's gonna be all right.
Yes,
It's gonna
yes.
be all right. Because it takes time to
Yeah.
build a business. And a lot of people really don't understand that when they want to do something. They think everything's gonna happen like that, like that, and
Yes,
it's not
yes.
going to happen like that.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This ain't working. I've been trying to do this thing for a year. And trust me, it took a good 3 years. It takes time to get your name out there. It takes
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
to build your clientele. It's work, and it's rewarding. So yes, I would definitely say that was a challenge, and me constantly praying, of course.
Yeah.
Lord, okay, how much I got left? How much I got left? When the client's gonna start rolling in? When the client's gonna start rolling in? But this September we will be in business for 8 years. So to
Oh,
those
that's
of you
a
who are
blessing.
listening,
Yeah.
yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. If it's something you really want, you have to work for it. You have to keep the faith, and you have to trust God. If God brought you to it, He will see you through it.
Yes, because a lot of times God gives us his vision of things that he wants us to do. And so we have to, like you said, pray on it, but then we also got to have patience. And sometimes, like you said, we're like, okay, this has been a year. What's happening? I don't have the
Mm-hmm.
contracts coming in. Oh, I got to rechange staff. I got to retrain people. And so it's all about patience too, patience and perseverance. You gotta
Yes.
have that.
Absolutely.
So, Minister Cooper, for young entrepreneurs or female entrepreneurs listening to our podcast on today, what one thing would you say to them to encourage them to keep the faith?
Well, I would say keep the faith. Um, Faith without works without faith is dead. And once you feel like you want to do something, if your heart is into it, continue to do it. It may take some time. It may take you a little bit longer than someone else, but don't give up. Don't give up on your dream because you can do it.
All right, you heard it here. Coach Claudia, what one thing would you give advice to young entrepreneurs that may be listening on today's podcast episode?
I would tell them first and foremost to write their plan down, write it out. Once you write it out, then make sure you do a budget, everything that it's going to take to make it happen. Work towards it, work towards your goal. A lot of times, we say we want to do something without writing it out and looking at it and actually seeing, okay, what will it take? And that's another reason why, we can fail. And also, if it's you're really passionate about it, make sure you're choosing something that you're passionate about.
All right,
Because
now.
when you're passionate, you will definitely follow through. Because that's just like going to work. We clocking in a 9 to 5. Oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't like my job. It's a paycheck. You don't want to do that. You want to live your life enjoying what you do. Every day you wake up with joy. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love seeing people smile. I love taking care of people, So that's my passion, and here we are 8 years later, and I'm still smiling about it. I still get joy. It still makes me happy. So make sure you're choosing something that you're truly passionate about.
Yes, I love that. And I'm gonna piggyback on writing the goals down because I'm a visual person. I have to see it, but then also praying over it, writing scriptures about your business, writing those down. And the other thing that I found helped me the most was having a mentor, having someone that's gone through this process that can kind of walk you through, hey, here's some places where you can get resources or funding or connecting sometimes with your local not only your business leaders, your chamber of commerce. Sometimes the chamber of commerce is very resourceful for new businesses that are starting out as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed our episode today. Let's get down to business, talking about National Black Business Month. So if you've been tuning in, remember, we're always here to encourage and inspire you to reclaim your life.